to a new, fun, great episode of Undressed with Paul and Patrik and Little Snow White 90210 in beautiful Beverly Hills, California.
Babe, you forgot to say this is a very special episode of Runway Rundown.
Very special episode of Runway Rundown for the Daytime Emmys 2024.
Yes, we are going to break down the good, the bad, the ugly.
And how dare you walk onto a red carpet looking like that?
Exactly.
Girl, don't you know?
Some were hits, some were misses. Let's get into it. We're going to start with Star Jones.
I'm not sure how I can describe Star Jones' look because it's a hot mess. She's wearing a strap, sweetheart, décolleté neckline.
Is that halter?
That doesn't fit. No,
Okay.
it's the straps.
Okay.
That doesn't fit with the ivory backdrop to sequins and a brocade gray skirt that's gathered around the waistline, which is not flattering at all.
She's got a slit all the way up to her thigh.
She's got a slit high enough where it's not proportioned to her body. The hem of the skirt is too long and draggy.
Yeah.
I can see the wrinkled lining inside and the shoes that don't really match the look at all. I'm not sure what the focal point was because even her necklace is cute. So
But
was she
I
going
did like
after
her
something?
hair. I like her hair. No? You don't like the hair? I think the hair looks pretty.
Well, her hair is a wig, so
Oh, it is?
I'm hoping that it was already coifed before it got onto this location.
And what about the earrings? The earrings matching the necklace? I mean, I think I like that. Is that a high waist? Is that why it's making her look a little bit heavy or more heavy?
It's not proportionate to her body. Her boobs, her waist, and her hips look all the same.
I got it.
It's an unfortunate mess, and I think she felt pretty when she walked out of the house, but I don't think it translated the same way when she got to the carpet. Because when you look at that thick waistband that she's got at the little bottom of the sweetheart top,
Yeah.
it's horizontal, and you don't want to have that horizontal and that ill-fitting proportionate.
So do we agree that we both hate this dress and we hate the shoes?
I don't know if I hate the dress. I think it missed the mark, and it's not the good colorway, and it doesn't fit right on her. She may have just opened up the package and put it on before she walked out.
Oh, my God. Okay, let's go to Jennifer Hudson. J. Hud. Okay, J. Hud is wearing a full-length, is it flowered couture gown? How do you describe this gown? I liked the colors on her.
J. Hud with her beautiful hair tied up in a big bun at the very top.
Braids, right?
And she's got the very low décolleté, which is wired to be able to fit appropriately her waistline, her hips, and the proportions. And the colors of the little beads on the flowers so flattering to her body.
Yeah.
She looks effortless. She looks like she just put something very pretty on.
Do you think this dress could have fit her a little bit better in the waist? I feel like it's not. I like the dress. I like the look. I feel like it's not cinching her in the waist enough. So it's not really it's not shaping her body.
It's not shaping her body because I think because of the beads, they didn't have an artist to be able to hem and shape the sides and the back to give her more of an hourglass look. It's a softer fit, but it looks beautiful on her. I think I love the dress, and I love the way she's representing herself.
I think I agree with
There's
that.
a lot of beauty and a lot of color, and she's feeling like springy and fresh.
Well, I think J. Hud has definitely really like come into her her look of fashion. I think she's really put herself together a lot.
Well, from the very beginning stages of American Idol, when she used to come with homemade clothes, which looked homemade, although she celebrated them, and I love her for it.
Exactly. Let's talk about our friend Victoria Recaño. Love Victoria Recaño. I don't know if I'm a fan of this dress. Is it cream? What is this? Is this a princess style dress? How do you call this dress?
It's one of those dresses that you would find on Crazy Rich Asian show.
Oh, okay.
Which is a full skirt. It's got the bias cut. It has little details horizontal. It's got a bustier constructed top, strapless.
Is
then
this
it's
a
got
big
the
flower in a pattern over the dress. Is that what you would call that? Or what
And
is?
it's got the black and white effect, and it's got a asymmetrical one side from the left peering out to the rest of the bustier and skirt,
Yeah.
giving it a little texture and definition. I think she looks very classic. It looks dated.
It's a very breakfast at Tiffany's look, which I don't know if is appropriate for the Daytime Emmys.
I think it's very dated because it doesn't look fresh right off the runway, although it's a very classic combination.
And she looks pretty.
She looks beautiful. She's got her banglets. She's got her shoes that have looks like little butterflies. She has a theme, certainly.
Okay.
But I feel like she was missing earrings and a necklace or a ring, a statement, other than just a side sweep of the florals.
And do you think it's is it the dress goes to the ankle?
It's a T-length. It's called a T-length.
Is that appropriate for Emmys? For Daytime Emmys?
I think it's appropriate, although I think because she doesn't have stature, she's not 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot.
Okay.
It makes her look a little short because the proportions on the skirt looks fuller. I would have rather it was floor length than T length when you're petite, because you get more volume and height when it's fuller, longer.
Okay, let's get on to Heather Tom. Heather Tom, I hated this look. It's a short, is that a sheath dress? What is it? Black and white. It does not look, appropriate. I think she's so cute. But this looks like something you would wear to a cocktail party, right?
Heather Tom didn't get the memo. And she thought she was going to a little party in someone's backyard, or a cocktail reception where it was a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend
of a friend
of a friend. And she said, you know what? I feel pretty in this dress. Let me wear this black and white sheath that has a lot of fullness to it.
Okay.
And I'll put a belt.
I don't
looks
like
it's
the
two
big
pieces.
wide belt. Is that very dated? That's not done anymore, right? Where they do this big wide belt. That's like from the 90s, pretty much, right?
Well, the white belt is gorgeous.
Okay.
It just doesn't complement the shape of this dress and her figure.
Got it.
And I think if she wanted to showcase her figure and her body, then it would have made more sense. But I think her focus was her shoes. She was excited about her snake wrapped around her ankle shoes. And I think she wanted to show her legs. And this is one of the reasons why she picked this dress with the belt. She's color coordinated because she's got the black, the white, the silver kind of peering through.
If you want to show these shoes, is it better to do maybe like a beaded dress or something more Daytime Emmys appropriate?
I think if she'd done something that had a V-neck, number one, so that it would proportion her properly.
Yep.
If she had done something that was closer and tighter to her figure instead of having to belt it, but let that be the focal point to glide off her body.
Yeah.
And then have your eye go from head to toe all the way to the bottom.
So it's a mess.
And her hair doesn't fit the shape of the dress because it's a little rock and roll. It's like Murray Osmond and Donny Osmond.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of country.
I'm a little bit of rock and roll.
And then you don't know where to look. So it's
funny.
a little confusing.
So this is
because she paired it all together all in one.
Definitely a miss. Okay, let's talk about Ashley Jones is this mauve or red? Is that chiffon? It's a chiffon, I think, full length gown. Am I learning the fabrics? I think so, right? It's a painted color.
It's a leaf painted, almost a moire, which has a texture.
Okay.
So what it really does is it goes from the light, soft petal pink into the Bordeaux, which is a burgundy red.
I thought this was pretty.
It's got the pink lining underneath it to give it that sheer pink feel through to the outside. She looks really, really pretty.
She does, right?
She looks like she's having fun. She's springy. She's wearing a strapless. She's got a little side cascade. She's wearing a necklace. She's wearing earrings. She's not overdone. She's not underdone.
Do you
think the dress feels like it fits a very springy, summery. I don't want to take myself too seriously. I rolled out of bed,
But do
I
you
feel
think she could have jazzed this up a little bit more if she had a beautiful like clutch purse with it, like a clutch?
she may have had it, and maybe the publicist was holding on to it.
Okay.
But if she had done something with a belt,
Oh.
I think if she had belted the dress, where
Okay.
you would see the difference between the top and the skirt, and it was beaded, I think it would have cinched in her waist a lot more. But it looks so effortless and easy. I feel like she was just going after the done, undone, but I'm comfortable. Was she nominated?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
See, she looks
Yeah.
like she's just going to the party to have a good time, but she's ready to be able to just receive all her friends and be celebrating.
I like the matching earrings and the necklace. And then is this peplum on the side of the dress? Is that
No,
what
it's
they
a
called it?
cascade.
Oh, a
She's
cascade.
got like a little extra
I thought it was
fabric,
pretty.
a cascade.
I liked it.
going
And I
down
like the
side.
bust line. I thought is that rouging at the top?
Yeah, she had like
Okay.
little side
I like it.
pleats.
Okay, now let's talk about Lauren Stoller because this is a green velour nightmare. I think she looks heavy in it, and she's not heavy. She looks fat. I mean, she does look overweight. It doesn't do anything for her body. Velour is hard to fit on somebody, correct? Is that velour?
It's crushed velvet.
Oh, velvet. Oh,
Number one, crushed velvet should not be worn at this time of the year.
okay.
Number two,
Major miss.
the fit doesn't complement her figure in any way.
Right.
Number three, it looks like a curtain that you took off the wall
Eek.
and then you just put your arms through it. It's a very, what's her name? When she came out with the curtain. Curtain, you say, when she walked down the stairs.
Oh, who is that?
She's on
Oh, God.
Palm Royale.
Oh, Kristen Wiig.
No.
Yes.
The old lady.
Oh, Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett.
Oh, Carol Burnett. That's right. That's right. Yeah. It does look very old, but I don't know. I don't think, to me, I don't like the color. I don't like the velvet. It's velvet, right? Velvet.
It's
the black
crushed.
and green crushed. I
It's
don't like
crushed
that.
velvet.
Okay.
It's not the season for it. It's a gorgeous color. It's
Okay.
a beautiful fabric. And I think she did it because it gives her a lot more color in her eyes because of her hair color.
Yep.
She realized that that's a good color, but I think she should have translated this into more of a chiffon, a softer, a more fluid kind of a feel so that she would have that effortless soft fit.
Yes.
And it wouldn't make it look like she looked fuller or skinny, and she's camouflaged, but the fabric dictated what the season is moving forward.
But doesn't crushed velvet, I mean, unless it's painted to your body, it doesn't really make you look skinnier? Or that's...
Well, it's not about skinny or
Okay.
full. It's about shaping your figure and
Correct.
outlining your silhouette.
Okay. And this type of fabric of velvet, what time of year is this like? Is it winter? Is it a winter
It's
fabric?
fall,
Fall,
winter,
winter. Okay.
holiday.
Okay.
That's when crushed velvet would be, appearing on the scene.
Okay. Let's talk about
Especially because the Emmys were in Los Angeles at 82 degrees.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's talk about Sheryl Lee Ralph because, oh my God, she is wearing an all black, full length. What kind of, is it a jersey dress?
See, Sheryl Lee Ralph knows, understands, and identifies with her proportions.
Yes.
Knows what her assets are, knows how to highlight them.
Yep.
Wears things that are easy, that fit, that work, that accentuate her positives.
Yes.
She's wearing a tank dress.
Tank dress.
Short tank dress,
Okay.
which then has the extra mesh overlay to the floor, which then gives her the illusion of an overskirt at the bottom with a short cocktail dress on top.
So that's why you can see the legs kind of coming through.
Which makes it very summer.
Yeah.
She's wearing peekaboo shoes, platform in black, where her toes are showing, and matching painted fingernails
Yes.
and toenails.
I love the bangle bracelets. I think those really are nice and really, really hot.
She's also got the ruching around her midriff, so
Okay.
it makes it look effortless and easy, yet it's formal.
Mm-hmm.
And she could go. Was she nominated?
No.
So she's going as a guest.
Right.
Because if she was nominated, this would not be enough.
Got it.
But when you're going as a guest, this is appropriate for an event to
Mm-hmm.
allow the nominees and the presenters to shine.
So an example, it's like if you're going to a wedding, the mother, the bride, the family of the groom and bride, they're going to be a little more dressed up than the guests,
Of course,
that are going to a wedding, and this is the same concept.
She is a Emmy winning actress.
Hey, yeah.
She is on a regular series, but she also knows that that day was not her moment.
Got it.
Yet she was there to celebrate everyone else, which doesn't mean she just rolled out of bed.
Right.
She put herself beautifully together.
She did.
And she showed up to celebrate and support her peers.
I love it. Great job. Great job. Let's talk about Lisa Guerrero, because Lisa Guerrero, to me, looks like she is going to a barbecue. I don't understand this look. I think it's too casual for the Daytime Emmys. It's a floral print. Is it a floral print? What do you call this dress when it bunches in the front like that? A wrap dress?
It's the Cleopatra ruching that's centered to the midriff at the belly button with the plunging V, which is the Versace J-Lo effect where it goes all the way to your navel.
Yep.
This isn't quite that long.
Okay.
It's a pretty dress. Is this an appropriate dress for the Emmys? No. Is this a dress where you would wear to a garden party?
Right.
Sure, but not even at a $20 million garden house. You would wear this to a barbecue. You would wear this to go to the beach. You would wear this to go to an easy outside event.
Got it.
Yes.
Would this dress, let me ask you this question. If they took this same type of dress, this wrap dress, whatever it's called, like the J-Lo dress, and they did it in a different color and not floral, and would that make it more Daytime Emmys appropriate or no?
If you had done this dress, number one, this is a handkerchief print.
Okay.
Which means every single side, the four sides, match each other so that they're mirror effect.
Oh.
So whatever's on the right of your body identifies to the left of your body. So it's a mirror.
Got it.
That's what's called a mirror. And because of that, there's only so much width that they were able to use, and they crafted it into one dress. Now, the shape of the dress is not original.
Right.
The print is what's pretty.
Got it.
But the print is also not color scheme of what's present.
Okay.
Her hair looks beautiful. Her makeup looks on point.
Yeah.
And I think she wanted to go after a specific direction.
Okay.
I just don't think if the Emmys was appropriate venue for that dress to be showcased.
Got it. Now we've got Emily O'Brien from Days of Our Lives, who I love. I love Days, and I love Emily O'Brien. She's wearing the same type of wrap dress, right? But she's not doing a pattern. She's doing it's earth tone, all mauve. What color is that?
It's a blush colored.
Okay.
And it's ruched in the middle.
Right.
It's a side sweep ruching in the center front.
Yep.
Which is very pretty with the very long sleeves. It's in a jersey fabric, which has a lot of flow and softness to it. It hugs her waistline. It gives her a beautiful décolleté in the front, and she's complemented it with the gold accessories, the gold clutch, the gold, patent leather shoes.
Yep.
And she looks beautiful. Now,
but this is the same type of dress.
It's very similar to the other one, but but here's the thing: this is more appropriate for the event
because it's a solid color.
In an effortless look.
Got it.
In a color that I think identifies what the season is.
Okay.
Her hair looks similar and she looks pretty. She's got her dangly earrings, no necklace. I mean, of course, there's a way to dress it up and dress it down.
Yep.
But she looks pretty.
And
she looks appropriate.
Babe, she's got a clutch. I love a good clutch on a red carpet. I just do.
I think every woman should have a clutch in their closet
Yeah.
that they can take out, that the clutch should match your accessories, should match your shoes.
Yep.
Just like a man, when they wear a suit, should match their belt to their watch to their shoes.
Yep.
And most of the time, when men wear belts that are brown, they wear black shoes, and that's not nice.
You should do brown and brown, right? I'm wearing brown shoes. I'm wearing a brown belt.
You should do the colors together because that accessories become one aspect of the entire look, and the look itself becomes a different aspect, and then the focal point becomes either you, the shoes, or a part of the accessories that you picked out to start with.
Now let's get to Jacqueline McKennis Wood. She, to me, okay, remember the movie Christmas Story, and he bought that horrible lampshade they put over the leg in the window? This is the dress that Jacqueline McKennis Wood is wearing. It's a short.
This dress is a costume.
It is okay.
So it's very pretty. I mean, it's all beaded. Thank God none of the strings you would get tangled onto, because the whole beadwork would go.
Really?
Because it's done on one thread. It's not hand beaded.
Okay.
And then you've got the skirt with the fringe effect of all these different little fringes that fall down with little beads attached to them to complement the skirt.
Got it.
It looks like a Dancing with the Stars uniform. So
definitely not Daytime Emmys appropriate.
But she looks like she went after a specific look with her hairstyle being from the 60s. It's from Hairspray. And the dress being so dated.
Is it a blush color with silver beading? Is that what that is?
It's a blush. It's like a light pink
Okay.
with silver sequence, which is been outdated for a long time.
But it looks like she's going on skating with the. Remember that show, Skating with the Stars?
Yeah.
The ice skating show. She looks like she's an ice skater, basically. That's
Was she an ice skater before?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe
this is an old costume.
You know, maybe she's revitalizing her old ice skating
Maybe
uniform.
Terry Seymour is, and I love this. It's an iridescent. Is that beading? Is that fat? What is the bead? It's a full length.
It's a full length mesh fabric with embroidery and sequins highlighting the throughout.
And I love the iridescent where the legs sneak through and you could see the legs.
See, this is a strap dress with the cupped bust line with the structured boning in the midriff where it looks like a bustier top.
Yes.
It has a very tiny little belt, but made out of the same fabric, so you have the definition between the torso and the skirt.
Got it.
It's got the nude lining underneath to make it look like it's transparent, although it's got a lot of texture and color. And it's got the range of reds and bordeauxs and beautiful hues of red throughout.
Yep.
And it's a very pretty dress.
I like it.
It's young.
Yes.
It's updated. It's proportionate. It's soft. She's complemented it with matching earrings that pick up the color from the dress itself.
Yes. Yeah.
She's wearing a ring. She's wearing a bracelet. She's got her toes out. She's showing off her legs. And she's got that 40s Hollywood sweep fingertip finger wave hair.
Yeah, and is this okay? It's an earth tone. Is it an earth tone short dress underneath, and then the top sheath? Is that called a sheath that goes over it, like a mesh sheath? Is that what it is?
Mesh over it, yes.
With the red beading, I love it. I think it's a very pretty dress, and it does a lot. For her.
mean, it's nothing spectacular, but it is beautiful and appropriate and done very well head to toe.
Okay. Now I want to get to Lashina Fisher. She's wearing a pink, chiffon? Is that chiffon?
Number one, she's wearing flats. And
yes, never wear flats
to
to the Daytime Emmys, my dear.
I mean, if she had her, I don't know, maybe she had bunion surgery. That's why she couldn't wear heels. But even then, you should be wearing a little bit of a platform.
I feel like
you should be wearing at least a little bit of a wedge.
Right.
You should be wearing a little bit of a kitten heel because
what is
your
this part of
stance
the top of the dress called? Is that a crossover or what? I'm trying to figure out the rouging. Is that
you wear a little kitten heel, what it does is it changes your stance. What she's wearing is a crisscross halter.
got it?
No bra. It's cinched in.
But it doesn't fit her boobs. Her boobs look like they're just like sagging from here to the floor.
They are.
Oh,
Because she hasn't supplemented it with a structure underneath this dress. Number one, it's a polyester chiffon.
okay.
And what polyester does, it's not as forgiving as silk, where it doesn't have the softness and the fluidity and the movement that the silk does versus the polyester, which is the reason why the silk chiffon is favored over the polyester chiffon.
So a polyester chiffon is a cheaper version of chiffon than silk chiffon.
For certain looks, it's beautiful, but
Okay.
for this dress, and if she's holding a $4,000 Chanel purse,
Yeah.
it seems that it doesn't make sense because I have a Chanel purse, but I have a $12.50 dress that I didn't even fit properly to be able to walk the carpet with.
Could she have made this better, even though this dress has been done a million times? If they put boob pads in or something, can they put like how do you make it where boobs are not dropped to the floor in a dress like this?
She needed to wear a corset underneath a bustier,
Okay.
where it would give her the cleavage,
Uh-huh.
the proportions,
Got it.
so that she doesn't have the chicken cutlets right underneath her
Yes.
sleeve where you've got that extra.
Yep.
We all do, but it depends on how you camouflage it or wear the dress so that it doesn't cinch into it.
Got it.
And then it would have given her a waistline more.
Okay.
And the dress itself would have had more softness and fluidity
Okay.
than it does on her.
Okay.
I love the color.
I
on
do like
her.
the color, but I agree with everything that you said. Let's talk about Graziella Prunella. She's wearing a purple, is that silk? I'm learning the fabrics. V-neck, low V-neck.
This is a bridesmaid's dress.
Oh, okay.
So this is one of the shapes that is a plunging V, a cummerbund midriff.
Got it.
Ruched, and it's got the pleats like Cleopatra where they all focus to the center. It's very pretty. It must have had a slit down the center, which we don't see is pictured here.
Okay.
She doesn't have any bracelets and necklace, a ring, or accessories except for very small little earrings, which I think could have been enhanced by having a lot more than what she has.
Yeah.
The color, the magenta color, is really pretty. It's
I
gorgeous
love
for her
the color
complexion.
on her. I do love the color. I do think that it's not there, like you said. I think accessories would really bring this dress out more and bring her out more.
But she also needed to get a little bit of a tan, or at least use a camouflage tanning. She could have used a Chastain bronzer.
Oh, the self tanning.
Because when you look at her skin tone, where the cleavage is open,
Yep.
you see how the sun had never been there before, while the rest of her has a little more darkness to it. So then you've got the layers and textures of the unevenness of your skin tone, which then
I didn't even notice
takes
that until you
away
pointed it
from
out.
the cleavage, from the look of it. You want all of that to be enhanced in look.
Okay.
And it doesn't take much. You can get a cream from Rite Aid. You can get a scrub from CVS, and just rub it along the day before, or even your foundation. Treat your skin like you do your face, and make sure that you've got some uniformity in texture and color going throughout in all the exposed sections.
And I think that's the thing that women, a lot of them don't do for these award shows, is think about their skin tones. What they're going to see, what you're not going to see if you're wearing this
It makes
type
a
of a dress.
huge difference in
Yeah.
if you're wearing a décolleté, and my focus is being able to see the style lines that you've created on your body. I want to make sure that I'm not then looking elsewhere and seeing how your bra line is there.
Yes.
How the cuts of the elastic is there. How the boning is there. You should not wear a bra the day before to make sure that your skin comes back to its elasticity. Massage it a little bit to make it smooth. Put the texture of color so that it's even tone.
So then you're all like put together, basically.
Yes.
Let's talk Audrey Lai. Audrey Lai is wearing an all white. It's two-piece, right? It's a white long skirt. I don't know how to describe this white jacket, dress, top. What are these what are these things on the side of the shoulder? I don't know how to explain those.
It's a bolero jacket.
Okay.
It's got two hooks, one at the top and one at the underneath the bust and the midriff.
Got it.
It's got the peekaboo waist, which is really, really beautiful and young because she's showcasing the front in a very modest way alongside with the midriff.
And she's got a little peek of her tummy showing, which I like.
She's got the skirt with the two slits on the two sides.
Yep.
And she paired it with a beautiful belt that's crystallized where it accentuates the waist a little bit more.
Yes.
Now she's holding her phone, obviously.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why didn't she hand her phone to a publicist?
Well, maybe this is one of those pictures that she was, just randomly being taken, which is fine.
She's on the red carpet.
I know,
Nothing is
which
random.
is fine.
Yeah.
Her earrings are very pretty. Her hair is very young.
Yeah.
And her jacket has the ruching. Instead of putting shoulder pads, a lot of designers have now been accenting the seam going down the middle of the sleeve with the dragon cascade.
But are these cut open? Are these cut
No,
out?
what they are is an extra piece of fabric that they've cascaded in the middle of the seam where it gives it an extra flavor, which is really beautiful.
I think it's very pretty. I love this look on her. I think it looks very young, very hip.
She's wearing T-length.
Oh.
It's not to the floor.
You mean this skirt?
The
is
skirt.
T-length?
But the difference between this T-length and the prior one
Yes.
is the fact that she's paired it with platform crystal shoes where it's an accent piece which then focuses on the waist, which then focuses on the brooch that is the clip, that is the closure used at the very top of the jacket.
Okay.
So it's proportionate.
Okay. Should we get into Kiara Liz Ortega, Miss Puerto Rico, wearing all blue, full length? I'm kind of iffy on this dress. Explain to our listeners. You can it is blue, right?
Kiara is a pageant girl.
Yes.
And I think she wanted to go to the Emmys and be something fun.
Okay.
She's wearing a mermaid-shaped skirt with a halter top bodice.
Yep.
But it doesn't have any structure or shape. And
Okay.
I think she's got such a beautiful figure.
Yes.
She's stunningly, she's so fit. I've dressed her on one of the series that I just recently did, The Bay.
Yes.
Emmy award-winning series that I did the whole wardrobe for. And she's so fit that anything will look beautiful on her. And the color is
But is this
it's beautiful.
silk or no? It's what is the fabric? Silk.
It's a super organza, which means it's
okay.
got a shimmer to it.
Okay.
But it's lightweight, airy fabric.
And is this ostrich feather?
And she's got a little capelet that she's taken over with the ostrich feathers.
Okay.
I think she looks like a beautiful showgirl. She's got a gorgeous smile. She's got the earrings. She looks like she's having fun.
Yeah.
I think this is one of her first appearances on the red carpet at the Emmys.
Okay.
And I think she's having fun being there.
I get it, but I didn't like the bust area, the halter. It doesn't look like it fits her boobs properly.
I think it needed to be adjusted a little bit more. And I
She
think
needed
it
you,
needed
Paul.
To be, and I think it needed to be a little more tapered.
Okay. Got it. All right, let's talk about Zhu Ting. All black. It looks like she's wearing a blue bird, something dyed around her. Explain. I don't even know how to explain this dress. It's so awful. The whole look, to me, is a complete miss.
Well, this is...
It's all black, a full-length gown.
I'm having a hard time trying to describe it because it's velvet. It's got chiffon sleeves.
And velvet, again, you said is not appropriate
No.
for summer.
It's got a tool.
Yep.
It's got feathers that are not displayed in the proper, even in the right constructed manner.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even say that it works in the way it is. It's
Right.
just so.
It looks like it's 3 different things all thrown together to make this horrible. My mother used to make this food called mess, where she would take everything and throw it into a pot and cook it. It looks like mess.
This is beyond the mess. It hurts my eyes because there's no artistic direction to this.
Yes.
It looks like whoever put this together didn't have any direction, a theme, or taken the person into it looks like it's made for her.
Is this a blue feather boa then that's wrapped around?
No,
or is it sewed to the dress?
It's feather pieces that
Okay.
look like they've just been placed at random places to give it.
And is this
punch
like
of
hot
color.
glued or is it sewn?
I can't imagine this was even sewn because
Wow.
the way it's put together, it's awful. And then she's pairing it with a necklace, which
Okay.
I don't understand why you would be wearing a necklace down to your navel
Right.
when it gives you a different neckline alongside this feather. I feel bad for the birds that were used in this because
my
it doesn't
gosh.
exercise any.
And it's a dark and even like the
This is the
dark
worst
blue
dress
and
ever.
this is the worst dress. I think this is one
I
of my
think
worst.
this is the worst dress ever in my lifetime.
Let's get to one of the guys. Let's talk about Tanner Novlin. He, to me, is so fucking hot. I love this tight-fitted, form-fitted, all-black tux. And I love the bow tie. The bow tie is what do you call this kind of a bow? It's like a tie.
It's like an ascot that's turned like a bow tie.
I love it.
It's very period.
Yes.
It's a very fitted jacket,
Mm-hmm.
nicely fitted pants, not too tight,
Yep.
not too billowy, really easy fit with a beautiful crisp white tuxedo shirt, which has the details in the very front with the tuxedo shape.
Yeah, I love it.
And there should have been a cummerbund involved in this because of the shape of the shirt.
Okay.
Because the tuxedo pin tucks don't go all the way straight down into your pants. It stops where the cummerbund would start.
But do you think a cummerbund is acceptable is for Daytime Emmys? Is that
For that shirt, yes.
okay?
But do I think that he looks really well put together? Do I think that he's got the hairstyle and the jawline to really showcase his personality?
Oh, he looks hot.
His hand in his pocket, the poise.
Yeah.
Now, his shoes are not tuxedo shoes. They're comfortable loafers.
Yep.
I mean, we can get technical, but I think he looks beautiful.
I think so too. I absolutely think he does. Let's talk about Gemma Bird Matheson. This is another one. All black. It's a short 2-piece like business suit thing, something high. She's got the hooker high, thigh high boots. Is this an appropriate Daytime Emmys dress?
This is not an appropriate dress for anybody at any time, at anywhere.
Okay.
When you unpackage something from Amazon and then you think it's going to fit the way you think the model
It
wore
might be from Temu, not Amazon.
wherever, this is not high quality. I
Okay.
can see the creases in it because it wasn't even steamed over a couple of times.
Oh.
And it doesn't fit the way she had anticipated for it to fit.
Got it.
Now, is this a cute dress to go dancing
Like
up a
clubbing or
storm?
something, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like you would wear it, you don't care.
Right.
You can spill things all over it, and then you may not never get back to it.
It was like a one-time use.
One time use.
Okay.
I mean, are the sleeves too long? Yes. Could they have been adjusted? Sure. Are the shoulder pads a little too inexpensive looking? Absolutely, because you could see the outlines of them.
You can?
Absolutely.
Oh my God,
and
you
that's
see
how I
everything.
can tell that it was out of a package.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Okay, so we don't like this look.
And if you're going to the Emmys, you already know you're going to be going to it. It's not a last minute thing. You have
Yeah.
time to be able to prepare. And if you don't have resources, you should at least get several different things notice in order for you to be able to identify what you think is going to look good on you.
Yeah.
Have your friends over, do a couple of versions of things, and look through the past years. And if you're a nominee, what nominees wore. If you're a presenter, what the presenters wore.
Yep.
If you're just a guest, what the guests wore. And if you're an Emmy-winning talent,
Yeah.
what they wear. Because you need to represent what your gift is,
Yes.
your art form, and let them know you're there to slay.
100%.
Important.
Yes, 100%. Because it's this one moment that it's a huge moment to go to the Daytime Emmys. We've been many times. It's a huge moment to walk that carpet and everyone's taking your photo and they're going to judge you. Case in point, we're judging. Okay, let's talk about Elia Cantu. All pink, high-low dress, right? Is that a high-low with a overlay?
See, she's wearing
Silk.
off the shoulder.
Yep.
With a caplet, and then she's got a short skirt with a big
Overlay.
pleated skirt
Okay.
over, and she tried to match everything together. She looks like she's going to the prom.
You don't like this look?
I
Okay.
think she looks beautiful.
I do
think
too.
the color is very pretty.
Yes.
I think it's outdated. I think it's not mature enough for her.
Really?
I think
Okay.
it's a much younger version of a dress, although she tried very hard to be able to find something that was Emmy worthy.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot more than what it should be, but I don't think it's mature enough and elegant enough where you'd be able to wear this. She looks like
But her
she's
legs
going
look
to
great.
the Disney. Well, she
Oh.
looks like she's going to a Disney award.
Okay, and I love her shoes. I love the strapped
She's-
shoes.
She's put it together
And
very
bitch
well.
is wearing a tiara. Good for her. I'd wear a tiara too.
Yeah, she looks like one of those little dolls in life size.
So she's a Disney princess.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, let's get to Jamila Norman. All purple again. This looks like the Marilyn Monroe dress, full length, strapless.
She looks
Love it.
hot.
Yeah.
The color of that dress, the
Beautiful.
indigo purple,
Yeah.
it's in a leathery texture. The necklace, which is a beautiful choker that she's wearing around her neckline.
Yep.
Her hair braided so beautifully and brought to the side so that it highlights her, and everything's angled to the one side where she's got the slit going all the way up the side where her hair is as well. Her clutch, which is a beaded purse, which then highlights with, she had a stylist for sure.
Probably. Yeah.
Put her together.
Yeah.
So that she was there to be able to get recognized, not just for her roles, not just for her gift and talent,
Yep.
but to say, you know what, I appreciate and respect the invitation to the Emmys. I'm here to be able to have a memorable night.
Got it.
And she looks stunning.
Okay.
And even her makeup is on point.
And
with
even the
color to
rouging is the
match.
appropriate rouging at the bust, the appropriate rouging at the waistline.
It's proportioned
Yeah.
to her body.
She came to slay. Fun as a talk show host again, but she's wearing a pink full length. I hated this dress. Can you describe it to our listeners, because I don't know exactly how to describe it. I don't think it fit her properly.
She's wearing a sheath dress in a hot pink, and she's got the big shoulder pads with the exaggerated shoulders
Got it.
and the opening at the sleeve where it's sort of like a capelet, but it's built in.
Yep.
I love the color on her. It's more salmon that I would think that she needs to be able to wear because of her hair.
Okay.
I think it needed to be a little more deeper in blues and reds instead of salmon into the orange family.
I don't like the way it fits in the bust. Why
I
is it
think-
fitting so ill-fitting in the bust line?
She's lost a lot of weight.
Yep.
And I think this is one of the first times that she's been able to wear a silhouette of this nature. Now,
Okay.
she has stylists on staff.
Yes.
She's got designers on staff.
Yep.
I think she wanted to pair it with the gorgeous earrings that she's wearing.
I love the
They're
earrings.
beautiful
Gotta say it.
diamond.
Yeah.
Encrusted
They're
with
drop,
the
right?
cabochon,
Drop earrings?
with the ruby earring teardrops.
Okay.
I think that's what she was going after. I think she looks beautiful.
Okay.
Now, is this dress been steamed out appropriately? No. Was she wearing an undergarment where they forgot to enhance the straps to elevate her proportions to her bust line versus her waistline to her hips so that it would proportion properly?
It just looks very boxy.
Yes. I think she looks beautiful.
Okay.
But with this figure now, she looks a little matronly in this dress. And I think she could have done a version of the same shape.
Okay.
And if she had opened up the neckline to a plunging V or had a slit down the center front, she would have looked a lot more youthful.
Okay.
And the energy of the dress would have showcased itself a little more contemporary than matronly.
Are you a fan of the capelet or not?
The capelet's beautiful.
Okay.
But it makes it matronly.
Ah.
It's more of a mother of the bride classic conservative dress.
Okay.
Versus younger skewing where I'm young, I have a new shape.
Yep.
I'm not trying to expose it, but I'd like to express a different feel for who I am moving forward.
Okay. And you know what? It's really weird. There weren't very many men that I thought I really liked that stood out, except for Tanner Novlin. I don't think there were very many to even look at. Let's talk about Tamron Hall, because this dress seemed very dated. It's all black. I like Tamron Hall. I love her talk show, but I don't understand the ruffles at the bust. I don't understand it's mermaid style, right? Is that mermaid shape or what is that? It looks like tablecloth, 1800 tablecloth that was taken off and turned into a dress.
This is a
tablecloth. Sorry, Tamron. Tablecloth.
This is a beautiful lace pattern.
Okay.
And it's a beautiful gown.
Okay.
The problem is it's not suited for her in the shape that it is.
Got it.
It doesn't seem like it's proportioned to her.
Okay.
She's very classic. She's very elegant. But this with the tiers at the skirt, with the roundness and the hemline and the bodice and the cascade around the very top from the collar all the way down to her back, it almost looks like one of those dancers in Spain with the castañeras, and she's going to be, with her dancing shoes going to town, even with her haircut.
Okay, but the thing I did not like about this dress, and I love you, Tamron, but I'm sorry, she looks fucking pregnant. Is she pregnant in this dress? Because I didn't know I don't think she's announced a pregnancy yet, but she looks pregnant to me. And why is that?
The proportions of the way they fit her are not quite right.
Okay.
Wow. Tamron,
Tamron, call us. You need a gown, girl, for your next primetime Emmys. So in other words, we don't like this dress. Tamron, you need to call Paul. Put you in a gown for the next Emmys.
She's such a classy...
Okay, so
what you want.
Who's your best and who's your worst? Drum roll for the best. Best is Jamila Norman.
She looked absolutely, I think, appropriate, stunning, flattering.
Love the purple.
And her message is be confident, be yourself, yet you don't have to exaggerate, but be appropriate for an event that you're going to celebrate.
You know who else was my favorite too? Sheryl Lee Ralph. I think she really nailed it in the all black full-length gown. I loved it.
I think she has so much poise and elegance
Yeah.
and respects the art
Yes.
and was showcasing to allow the other artists that were nominated
Yeah.
to shine.
And she's always fun at these award shows.
Yes.
She's always fun. Okay, and the worst, who do you think? There's two.
Well, the feather velvet,
Zhu Tang. Horrible.
I
Did not
think
like it.
I there must have been something else that was missing, or it was changed, or they just trusted that designer so much that they just allowed them to make this concoction.
The ostriches
It's
are
not
calling.
even-
They want their feathers back.
It's not even a costume. It's just Project Runway
Gone bad.
gone bad.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like American Idol when they don't know how to sing and they want to be on the stage singing.
Yep.
This is bad.
Pretty bad. And I've got one more bad one. Lauren Stoller in the velvet green catastrophe.
I think that dress is out of season. It's not shaped properly and all the other reasons, but at least it's a beautiful gown.
Maybe.
Not for her, but it's a beautiful gown. The other one, you just want to burn it.
And our
I can't.
favorite dressed male, Tanner Novlin.
It wasn't like there was a competition, so there you go.
That's it for Runway Rundown Daytime Emmys 2024 wrap.
We love you, everybody. Thanks for staying tuned and listening to our
Runway Rundown.
love you.
And don't forget, you can book your coffee read at Atteu.com. Bye, bitches.
This podcast is brought to you by Her Dat Media and American Media Television. Executive producers are Patrik Simpson, Paula Atteu, and Pat Safford. Produced by Jordan Hill and Sarah Silikula. Shooting and editing by Jordan Hill. Music and theme song, Undressed, written and performed by Lionel Cohen, courtesy of DNA Productions. Artwork by Dominique Demetz. And hosted by Paula Atteu, Patrik Simpson, and Little Snow White 90210. Remember to follow at Paula Atteu and at Patrik Simpson and at Snow White 90210 and watch Gown and Out in Beverly Hills on Prime Video. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast so you never miss an episode.